Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap again. Sorry I've missed you the past couple of weeks, just a lot going on, but I'm low on soap and need to get caught up, so here I'm at the church to do a big batch. What I'm doing today is going to be my first Christmas soap, and I realized this morning I did not have my Trial by Fire, which is a really true Christmas red. So I'm just going to kind of fudge it using raspberry red from Nurture Soap. It's not red, it's reddish. And since I'm not doing a traditional Christmas red, I'm not going to do a traditional green. I'm just going to kind of change it up equally. I'm going to use Green Vibrance. And what the hope is I'm going to do a confetti soap here. So I'm going to pour a layer, a drop swirl of the green and red in the bottom, let it firm up. Then the center is going to be white with titanium dioxide and the embeds, and I have red and green and white embeds. And then the top will be the same drop swirl of the raspberry red and the Green Vibrance. I am going to fragrance this with a favorite from Crafter Choice. Oops, that says Apple Mango Tango. That's wrong. This is going to be Alpine Frost. Sorry about that. That's going to be the fragrance. Should be pretty simple if everything goes according to plan and I can keep a nice smooth surface. I am going to dust the layers with Shimmer Gold, also by Nurture Soap. So let me get everything cleaned up and ready and mixed up, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to start the bottom layer, which will be the drop swirl of the raspberry red and the Green Vibrance. Hoping I can keep it smooth and flowing. This fragrance for me does accelerate just a little bit. So I'm going to be cautious. I'm only going to hand stir it in. And as of this moment, my batter has only been hand stirred, which is typical when I do the heat transfer method. Let's just stir our colors in. That's another thing. I'm actually glad I'm using micas instead of pigments and oxides, because I can just hand stir this in and have a really good thorough mixture. Truthfully speaking, I think hand stirring is probably enough stirring for this, but I don't want to take a chance, especially if I'm not going to stick blend the fragrance. So I'm going to hit it just a couple of light pulses. Get some air in, of course. I mean, literally, that's all I'm going to do. And there goes the Green Vibrance morphing into a darker green, which it always does, but tomorrow it'll be a much lighter green. Alright, we're at a nice fluid trace, so I should be able to get this drop swirled in. I lined my mold with paper because I can get more bars out of it, and it's going to be a heavier soap, more soap anyway, because of the embeds I'm adding in. And even though I'm doing a drop swirl, I am going to move it. I'm going to move kind of quickly because I can see it thickening some because of the fragrance. And I'd really like to have a smooth surface between the layers. Not 100% smooth, and I don't know if I can pat it down, tap it down with a spatula or not. That might help just a little bit. And help get it into the corners a little better. Not the super smooth surface, but oh well, good enough. Nobody will know but me anyway. I'm going to let it firm up. I'll go ahead and dust this with the mica line off camera, so I'll see you when I'm ready for the middle layer. Alright, here's the middle layer. I went ahead and mixed the titanium dioxide in so you don't have to listen to the stick blender buzzing, and I had to give it a pretty hefty hit because I put a lot of titanium dioxide in it. So it's going to move quickly on me, especially when I add the fragrance. I haven't put it in yet. Just want to get these embeds in, get them stirred, and then I'll put the fragrance in. There we go. And it's thick enough right now that these embeds will stay suspended. So let's get our fragrance in. And I'll save that for the top layer. Alright, I think everything is well mixed. Even though I know that layer is nice and firm, there's going to be no breakthrough, I'm going to be cautious and pour it in the spatula because I don't want to disrupt that mica line. Just kind of do it slowly and let it flood. Perfect. That's nice and fluid. So I'll let that firm up, and then I'll get our top layer started. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to start pouring, because you've seen what I'm going to do as far as mixing wise. So I'll be back when I'm ready to pour the top layer. Alright, here we go on the top layer. I haven't stick blended this at all. It's just been hand stirred, but it was setting up on me, and I didn't want to take a chance. So it's had a real hefty hand blending, especially after I put the fragrance in. And it seems to be a good consistency, although I have a feeling by the time I get to the end it's going to be pretty thick. Now let's get a little gold on that before we smooth it out. And I don't have a spoon. I really hate to just pour that because I'll get clumps. I wonder if I could use a spatula. I should have gotten a spoon from the kitchen and I did not think about it. That's better. And I think we're going to have a nice looking bar of soap there. I'm really happy with the top. And of course the green will lighten up tomorrow. So I am going to squirt that with some rubbing alcohol, let it sit 5 minutes, squirt it again, wrap it up and put it to bed, and I will see you tomorrow for the cut. Bye everybody. Okay, just like that, it's Sunday the next day, and time to cut our soap, and everything on the pour went very well. Got a nice Christmassy top on it, and nice Christmassy embeds. Now all 3 of these logs will look the same, so I'll just cut the one. Then I'll get some pictures set up. There we have it. Can't really see the mic line very well, but that's okay. And I dusted it heavily, but oh well. I can see it, it's just not very prominent the way I like. So once again, these are all going to look the same or very, very similar, so I will end the video here. Once again, I'll finish cutting these off camera and I'll get them lined up and take a picture of all of them together. But that's what I have for this week. Like always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.